welcome to Just to Have podcast, where we discuss science and tools to help you become the healthiest version of yourself. Hello, my friend, and welcome to the first episode of Just to Have. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so happy to be able to share all of this with you. And this podcast is basically to share all the possibilities that we have already to improve and to optimize our health. I mean, we can cure blindness in mice already. What? Like, there's so much science out there that we can use to improve and to optimize our health. But before we gonna dive into all the possibilities, there's one really important starting point. Without this starting point, you will not be able to change your health. You will not be able to improve your health. So we're gonna cover today the starting point and why this is so important for our health. And in the end, I'm gonna give you practical tools to facilitate this first step. So let's dive into it. Okay, Jasmine, what is this important starting point? Okay, let me begin with a question. Who is the most important person in your life? It's you. It's you, and it's not selfish to think this. Not at all. It has nothing to do with egoism. Nothing. And I see this again and again that a lot of women are struggling with this because, I mean, in our society we are raised as women that we need to take care about everyone, right? This is just how a woman should be. Well, I think, and I hope this is a alleviating phrase for you. You don't. First, you don't have to take care about everyone. And second, your number one job is to take care of yourself. And I explain you why. Because if you don't take care of yourself first, you will not be able to take care about anyone else. Why? Because you will be exhausted at a point. If you don't feel good, if you are not well, okay, really simple analogy. Let's say you are sick and your partner is sick. Okay, let's say you take care of him or of her, of your partner. So you run around and do all the things for your partner, go to the pharmacy, make the tea, make the cooking, whatsoever. But you are sick, right? So you will most probably get even sicker. And on top of that, your partner might don't get actually healthy again because he's in the environment where you are getting sicker and sicker. And this is actually reflecting back on him as well. So you see, you first have to take care of yourself and get yourself healthy in order to be able to really help other people, Another really great analogy. You know when you are in a flight, right? And they do the instructions before you get going. And what do they say? If there is a low pressure in the cabin, put your mask on this way and this way, blah, blah, blah. And then they say, put your mask on first before helping others. Why do they say this? It makes sense. Because if there is low oxygen in the cabin and you put first the mask on your child or on a person who needs help maybe, but you then don't have the oxygen in this time while you're helping your kid, and then it might be that you fell unconscious. So, and then what? Your child needs you to be conscious. the people who need your assistance need you to be good first, because you can't take care of them if you are unconscious, right? So this is also a really, really good analogy, I think, and a proof that you need to take care of yourself first. Your body will be grateful for it, your mind will be grateful for it, and believe it or not, the people around you will be grateful for it as well. Because once you've really taken care of yourself and you're full of yourself again, let's say, you're filled up with all the energy, you're filled up with everything that you need, guess what? You will get into a state where you can help others and truly help them. It's also the analogy that I think Oprah is actually using, and she says, if your cup is empty and there are people outside and they want something of your cup, but it's empty already, you will be most probably angry about them. So you first have to fill up your cup, do everything that makes you happy, do everything that you require. Take so good care of yourself that your cup is not only full but runs over, so you can give back to other people. This is actually the only state where you can really give back to other people, and where it's really helpful for everyone in the society. So not only for you, but also for the people around you and for the people you love. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself first. And one life lesson that I've learned along the way, and I'm very sure you don't want to hear it, but nobody will come to rescue you. I'm sorry to say this, but no one will come to rescue you. And they cannot do this either. And they should not do this either. Because you are the only one who can speak up for yourself. It's your choice. You have your own opinions. You have your own thoughts. And you need to take responsibility for yourself. Okay? So speak up for yourself. Don't be shy to say what you want. Don't be shy to stand for yourself. You need to do this. You need to stand for yourself. You need to speak up for yourself, because I'm sorry, but no one will come and do this for you. Okay, so why am I saying that? Because think about it. You might think, okay, people are fair. This is your assumption of life, right? And I actually thought this. I thought people are fair and people will think of me and I don't have to speak up for myself, because the people will think of me, they are fair, and they will come back to me, right? In another time. But no, because people don't think so much about you as you maybe think they would or they should. And they don't have to. It's not their responsibility to take care of you. Sorry to say. But a really good example is, did your boss ever came to you and said, hey, you did a really great job. I'm gonna give you a raise. Or I'm gonna give you a promotion. Well, most likely not. Why? Because even though you did a really great job, and even though they acknowledge it, because a lot of times people don't even acknowledge that you made a good job because they don't see it, or they just think it's normal. Because usually people in the work life, a lot of times it's, if something doesn't go right, they will come back to you. But if everything goes right, most likely they won't come to you and say, hey, thank you that you worked so hard. In some cases they do, but even though you did a great job and even though they acknowledge it, they still won't come to you and offer you a promotion. Because you know what? They think if you don't speak up for yourself and if you don't ask for a promotion or if you don't ask for a raise in your salary, well, then you might be fine with it. You might be okay with your salary now. So why would they come to you and give you a raise if you're okay and totally fine with what salary you have now, right? Because they have a budget. So they don't want to give out something they don't need to give out. And you might think, yeah, okay, but this is not fair. They have to see me. If I'm doing a great job, then they have to give me a raise. And it would just be fair if they come to me and give me a promotion. Well, no, life's not working this way. You need to take responsibility for yourself and for your raise and for your salary. It's not their responsibility. It's not. You need to take care of it. You need to ask for it, and it's totally fine to ask for it. I feel like a lot of women are afraid to ask for it because sometimes in our society it's not a good light if women are asking for something because we feel like, or we are afraid that we are asking too much. But no, it is actually your duty to ask for a promotion or to ask for more salary if you're doing a good job. It's your responsibility to do this. And it's totally fine to ask for it, right? So I encourage you to ask for your promotion or for your salary. Do it. Nobody will come and just give it to you. It's just not how it works. You need to know that you did a good job. And if you did a good job, then you deserve the promotion or the salary raise. So ask for it. Okay, what does all of this have to do with being healthy? Well, very much so, because to be healthy, you need to prioritize yourself. What do I mean by this? Well, what is a healthy lifestyle? Basically, it is freshly home-cooked food. It is exercise. It is going outside, doing your steps, move a little bit, and it is a mindfulness practice that you have. So either this is meditation or it is yoga or it is just going out for a run or it's just going out for a walk. Just any time where you can really be with yourself and talk to yourself without any distractions. And what all of these components of a healthy lifestyle require? Well, they require time. So you need time to grocery shop, to cook, to do the exercise, and so on, right? So therefore, you need to be able to say no. Okay, what do I mean by this in a practical sense? Well, a lot of times you might work long hours, and I'm not saying that you should never do over hours. I'm not saying this. There's some periods of work where, I don't know, there's a deadline or a project or whatsoever, where you need to prioritize your work and you need to maybe work a little bit more. But what I'm seeing more and more is that people, and you might be one of those, are doing too much. Are that over hours are the normal case, And this should not be the case. You work with your working contract, which is probably 8 hours per day, and that should be the normal case. What I'm saying by this is, in our society, work has such a big importance in our lives that I feel like oftentimes we prioritize work over everything. We prioritize work over our health, over our relationships with our loved ones, over our mental health, over our physical health, and this is not good. Why am I saying this? Well, if you are working so hard and you're working so much all the time, at a certain point you will get sick. And I promise you, getting sick, having burnout, or having any disease is not worth it. It doesn't matter what job you have. I don't care what job you have. I really don't care. No job on this earth is worth that you sacrifice your well-being, that you sacrifice your health. No work, no job on this earth is worth that you sacrifice your well-being. So once you understood this, you need to break the cycle. So if you are one of those people, whatever, if you are one of those who are working so hard and too much and you're exhausted, you need to break the cycle. Stop and think what is really important in your life. And health needs to be the number one thing. Have a perspective shift maybe now and see that you are valuable, your body is valuable, your health is very important, and everything else comes second. Okay? So how do we say no? How do we break the cycle? And how do we actually and prioritize ourselves and our health? Well, there is a good technique which I am using, and I'm using with my coaches as well, which is plan your healthy habits as it is an important meeting in your calendar. So, for example, Monday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. you are planning this exercise course. Then another day you are planning in a precise time slot, you are planning your mindfulness practice, and so on and so on. And what it does is that you have precise time slots and you already put them into your calendar as an important meeting. And then if there is the case, let's say, that you are at work and you are about to finish, and then a colleague is coming and saying, oh, can you please do this as well tonight? Then is the time where you can say, no, I cannot because I have an important appointment where I have to be. And you don't have to say what appointment it is. It doesn't matter. And your boss cannot obligate you to stay after you did your working hours. It's your free time. And it's your decision if you want to stay or not. I feel like a lot of times we think like our boss is the boss of our lives, kind of. I don't know. Sometimes I think we give it too much power. But no, and say no. If there is something else coming up, or you need to work more or whatsoever, say no. I have this appointment now, and this appointment is important. This appointment is more important than any other meeting you will have, because this appointment is taking care of your health. And if you miss it again and again and again, it will be in the cost of your health. And I don't want this for you. So These appointments will make it easier for you to actually keep track with your healthy habits and to don't forget yourself actually. Yeah, I think that's a good starting point. And I just want to remind you that you are precious, you are valuable, you are good as you are, and it doesn't matter what opinion you have or what thoughts you have, it's worth sharing. And your opinion is important because you are important. And if you feel like, yeah, but what would other people think of me? They will think I'm selfish or whatsoever. No, stop. This is not the case. And this is a sign for you that I'm here now giving you permission to take care of yourself first. It's not selfish, it has nothing to do with egoism, and you are worth it. Okay? So prioritize yourself, prioritize your health, prioritize your body, prioritize your mind, prioritize your peace, and you will see that your relationships will actually get better because you took care of yourself first. Okay? So don't forget, you are the most important person in your life. And yeah, I think that's it for now. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye for now.